So take a look at this AOC Eat Your Babies lady video one more time, and just notice how AOC supporters and those attending the town hall, how they are sitting there listening to this woman troll them and explain how we need to eat our babies to be saved from the doom of climate change in a few months. And watch how they just sit there, all of them, with a straight look on their, every single one of them, with a straight look on their face, as if what she's saying is plausible and might actually be acceptable and a solution to implement. This is the end of godlessness. And this is the result of just rejecting truth, rejecting the Bible, rejecting common sense, rejecting that which nature teaches you, is sitting there while a woman trolls you, explaining to you that you need to start eating your own children, and you actually not even being able to discern reality, that she's playing a joke on you, and actually believing that that might be the next logical step in fighting climate change. Watch.
Climate crisis. We only have a few months left. I love that you support the Green Deal, but it's not getting rid of fossil fuel. It's not going to solve the problem fast enough. A Swedish professor saying, we can eat dead people, but that's not fast enough. So I think your next campaign slogan has to be this: we got to start eating babies. We don't have enough time. There's too much CO2. All of you're a pollutant. Too much CO2. We have to start now, please. You are so great. I'm so happy that you're really supporting the Green Deal, but it's not enough. Even if we would bomb Russia, we still have too many people, too much pollution. So we have to get rid of the babies. That's a big problem. Just stopping having babies is not enough. We need to eat the babies, and this is very serious. Please give a response.
Thank you. No, thank you, thank you. We'll go ahead. Okay. No, we'll go ahead. It's so no. Yeah, no. Thank you. So I think yeah, no. So one.
So in case you didn't see, the entire frame of all the people that were captured in that video clip were literally all sitting on the edge of their seat, basically, wondering if this woman actually has a legit solution to the climate change problem. And she's telling them that they need to eat their babies, and that we need to eat the human flesh of our children. And they were enamored with her, and they were thoroughly considering it, if you couldn't tell. Not one person in that video started cracking up laughing. Not one person in that video had their jaw drop and hit the floor and wonder what in the world this woman is talking about. They were all legitimately considering her words. And that's because human death and suffering and carnage and population reduction by force, that is the logical conclusion of, I mean, that's what they are getting at when they're talking about the population problem, which is a false also. It's also a farce. Doesn't even exist. There's no such thing as overpopulation. Yeah, if you live in New York City every day and you walk the streets of Manhattan and you live in the urban areas of New Jersey and New York like I do, you might think there's overpopulation. But have you ever just hopped on Route 80 West? Have you ever hopped on any highway and started traveling the country? I mean, anybody knows that most of the United States is just vast, just space of uninhabited land. I mean, and that's what most of the world is like. It's just empty space that hasn't even been populated yet, which should be populated according to the Bible. The Bible commands men to fill the earth. But that's the end of your godlessness. It's actually not being able to discern reality from fiction, and not being able to identify trolls when they troll you. And yeah, if you're some climate change, Mother Earth worshiping weirdo, then you probably do think that that's a logical conclusion, to start eating the flesh of your children just so you could preserve a little more of the Amazon rainforest for a little bit longer, which is all going to burn anyway in the end. I'm looking forward to a new heaven and a new earth. And so I could really care less about climate change. And thankfully, it's all a lie anyway. So don't become a libtard. Don't reject the truth. Don't bite the hand that feeds you when it comes to the Lord. And refuse to count your blessings, or you could end up like an AOC town hall meeting libtard who actually diligently considers whether or not we should be eating our own children.